I'm ready, I'm just crying. Yeah, nice. Yeah, from the get-go, this goes along with one of the things I just love most about you. But you were just so quick to want me to see all of you. And just be so, just like how the Lord just wants to search us. He just wanted me to search you and to know your heart. And with that came 27 years of hurt, 27 years of wounds, and 27 years of pushing people away and thinking that you could do things on your own. And very quickly on in our relationship, we met those walls. And you told me that those walls were going to come before they even came. I remember I told you I'm not afraid of any walls. And I remember the first time that a more shutdown happened, it was real. It was very real. And it was right over there. But I remember that was the first time, and it was only like about a month into our relationship, that we like looked each other in the eyes and we chose each other. And we say, this is not easy right now. We are both fighting things that we didn't even know were really here. But I choose you, and I love you, and I want this. I want this, despite my body and everything telling me that I want to run away right now. And that has just been the greatest honor of my entire life, is to be able to look at your precious heart, your precious mind, and the way that it's been formed, and to let the love of the Lord into that.
I was in a position of authority in school or in activities or sports or club or even in ministry. It was like really easy for me to like put on a mask, and you never once have met me with anything but the heart of God.
I just love you. And I trust you more than anything. And you've proven that over and over time again. And I think the story of our relationship thus far is, it literally does not matter what comes. Like, we are so ready and we're so willing to look it straight in the face and to fight for each other in it. First time I met you, we were leading worship together at the Vine. I just remember you walked in, and I was very intimidated, and I don't think I was like, oh my. But I don't think my mind wasn't able to go like there really, because I was just like, she's about to just judge me. And then one of the first things you said is like, okay, you're leading first because I want to see you lead how you lead worship. I'm like, oh great, that's great. But then throughout that day, I just remember just feeling drawn to you, and we would play spike ball, and I was like, is she looking? Well, she's not even there. Okay, she's looking at us, so she saw it.
I was exhausted from living in Minnesota and doing all these things, and God told me to say no to things that year, and I was like, I'm not doing this, I'm really not doing this, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it, because I love youth ministry, and I just felt like God wasn't saying no to that one, so I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I walked in for that retreat, and I was like, oh no, he's cute. And I just started dating this other guy. And I was like, oh, like, he leads worship with like a pure heart. He loves the Lord. And I was impressed. And then I was like, gotta keep him out of my mind though, because I'm dating somebody else. Right before we broke up, it was our fall retreat, and we were at Damascus, and we were walking back from the Red Barn to the retreat centers because we had to go set up for worship, and I was asking about aliens, and we were just laughing, talking about aliens, walking back, it was a beautiful starry night, and I remember being like, wow, I could like really be good friends with this man. And I remember when I was discerning about breaking up with the other guy, I was talking to my mom, and I was like, I just would want to be really good friends with the person that I'm dating, and I don't think I'd be friends with this other guy. And but I was like, what kind of man do I want to be friends with? I'm like, I love being friends with Kevin. And my mom's like, well, just date Kevin. And I'm like, Mom. After that point, I like admitted to myself that I liked you, and it was a tumultuous time because I'm like, you for sure like me. And I remember I was telling my friends, I'm like, if he doesn't say anything soon, I'm gonna say something. And then finally we went and we had coffee, and I remember like walking in, I was so nervous. We sit down, it's like 2.5 hours into us talking.
And in my mind, I'm like, this is great. We're letting each other know how we feel. We're gonna take time.
And it gets to the end, and we're like starting to say, we should probably leave. And you're like, okay, I have to say something. And I started like shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna say it. And you honored me and told me you were very attracted to me. But then soon, right after that, you're like, but God told me I can't actually pursue you right now because I'm about to move, and so we really shouldn't start like anything until I'm settled. Yeah, whatever. I'm like, I'm giving up because he's not gonna pursue me anyway.
And then like 3 weeks later, my spiritual director is like, bro, what are you doing? Like, so you've been like, the Lord literally gave you a woman who has the same interests, the same passion that you're incredibly attracted to, that's just from Cleveland. It's like, are you like stupid? And I'm like, well, when you say it like that. And so long story short, I know I grabbed you over at the end of a vine and asked you out. And from the get-go, I was like, you're my best friend. Like, it was like, just felt like I was picking up my best friend, and just, yeah, very quickly. I was like, wow. There was just something so special about those first couple of dates.
Could it be me?
You received me so well. Lord gave me the gift and the grace to be honest with you, like from the start, about a lot of things. Or like just knowing myself of like, okay, this is where I'm gonna get triggered, or this is where I'm gonna get shut down, and all of those things. And you never once have met me with anything but the heart of God. And I remember one time when we were on a hike in Cincinnati after visiting my grandma, and a storm started coming really fast, and we had to get up these metal like stairs that were like in the mud, and they were slippery. And I slipped on one of them and like hit my knee really hard, and there was a bunch of gravel and dirt in it, and I was like, we gotta go. And you're like, you're literally bleeding, like let's just stop for a second. I'm like, no, keep going. And we got to the car, and I was picking the gravel out of my knee, and finally like I couldn't do it anymore because it was just too painful. And you started picking like all the dirt out for me and cleaning it with water. And at the end of that, you kissed it. And it was like in that moment, all of a sudden I was taken into just like a moment with the Lord, and His presence overcame me. He took me through all of the things in my life that I didn't feel like anybody was there for me and that were really hard. And I just encountered the Lord's presence for I don't know how long, like 30 minutes. And I was just crying. And then I took my journal out and I was journaling, and you just sat next to me and prayed for me and let me like encounter the Lord's healing love. That was like something that was happening that was very supernatural, of lots of times when you loved me and I just encountered the Father's heart or Jesus or Holy Spirit in ways that I never had before.
My whole life, I have had this really tender heart that was just, I felt like never, I don't know about desire, you know what I mean. And so I just felt like it didn't have a place in it, and so but then I met the Lord. I was like, oh my gosh, all this makes sense. Like, okay, I'm like, this makes sense. But then about 2-3 years into knowing the Lord, I felt like I was a stalemate with him. I was like, there's another level of masculinity and another level of holiness you have for me, but I just feel like I can't reach it. I don't know what it is, but I can't reach it. Very early on in our relationship, I was like, holy cow, it's been you. And it's been my relationship with you and my ability to meet the Father's heart in a whole new way. Because just like you were saying, the Lord gave you the grace to be vulnerable, and he gave me the grace to be him. I think there were 1,000 moments that I was like, yeah, she's gonna be my wife. And they were tiny, but looking back on it, it feels like it's been like that the whole time. Not really like there was one huge moment. I'm so excited.
To allow the witness of MarySarah and Kevin's life and their yes to the Lord to speak to you.
Not only will two people that really love each other come together so that we could say, oh yeah, it's Mr. and Mrs. McBride now, right? They're actually going to become a sign of the love of God. So that when you and I see the two of them, we don't just see two people that like each other, but we see what we are destined for, who God is, how he has created us to exist for all of eternity. There is nothing more beautiful. My friends, for you to abide in the love of God means to abide in the love of each other.
I, Kevin, take you, MarySarah, to be my wife. To hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and health. To love and to cherish, so death does.
I, MarySarah, take you, Kevin, to be my lawful husband, to have and to hold for wisdom and hope, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until death do us part.
The ultimate purpose of mission is none other than to make men and women share in the communion between the Father and the Son in their spirit of love.
who I believe will continue to prepare the way of the Lord. And I just experienced this really deep sense that this is actually going to be a mark of your marriage, of your family life, to prepare the way of the Lord and for the Lord and for His glory, not for your own, and for the salvation of souls.
Sometimes you just know it when you find yourself in the place you always hope for. It's all at your feet. There's no use waiting.
There's a moment in life when you're raising these beautiful children like Kevin and MarySarah, and we want nothing more for them to go out and change the world for good, for God. The other day, MarySarah texted out a copy of their unsigned wedding certificate, and it hit me that my oldest little girl was in the final days of being my little girl. And that's what I admire most about my younger brother, Kevin, his unwavering conviction in the truth of Jesus' resurrection. Ever since that fall morning, Kevin has been praying to our Father what His plan is for his life. And even though Kevin's belief was unwavering, the Lord still sent him down twisting paths to find the answer like the Lord often does. Kevin, brother, I'm so proud of the man that you have become. I'm so proud of the man that you become, Kevin. Particularly a witness that says, "Come follow me as I follow the Lord." A witness that is uncomfortable because it's attainable, in that your life and how you live your life begs a response from all of us here.